Hello, you. This is Guru Larry. Today is the top 10 objects that I've shoved up me bum. Number 10. Michael Riley's fist. In fact, here's Michael Riley to talk about it now.
I'm Michael Riley. With me is Dane Forgione.
Hello, you.
And Ashley Miller.
Yoshi's
Now with breakfast.
Number 9.
Now with
Number 9.
breakfast.
Jared Foyle's bald head.
Ooh, tight fit.
That's probably
Yeah.
That would probably hurt. I would
It
imagine.
would probably hurt. I guess it depends on the size of the person's buttocks. Hey,
I mean,
I believe this is a super late stage SNES game.
not really.
Oh, I thought this was towards the end of the SNES's life
I mean,
cycle.
if it was, we wouldn't be playing it yet. We're doing chronological,
yeah.
remember?
What year are we up to?
93.
I don't think
I guess
for Yoshi's
that is,
cookie.
they didn't actually phase out until the Super
So the
yeah,
64. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something.
You might be thinking of Wario's Woods. That was the actual last SNES game. But that was 96, so we still got a few years before we get to that.
Okay. This is essentially kind of, sort of Tetris, but not really.
Ish. It's Tetris-adjacent because it's bulletproof software.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Don't you have to match the cookies?
yes. I didn't do fucking shit on that one.
Why are there cookies creeping in from the side of the screen there?
I don't know.
You wouldn't happen to have the accoutrements on, would you?
No? I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be sneaking in from the side and the top.
Oh, okay.
I do not remember this game.
I remember playing it on Game Boy. I didn't play it so much on the SNES.
Oh my goodness. You know, Yoshi,
The cookies are kind of cute, though.
I just want to point something out to you, Yoshi. You're jacking off that weirdo-looking thing there, and you're just making my job harder.
But that's not the only thing you're making harder.
Yoshi!
No. Well, actually, I was thinking about
Birdo.
again. No, not Birdo, not Birdo. I was thinking about the threesome with Daisy and Peach. And that's giving me a chubby.
I like how you said chubby in a normal voice.
Well,
I think that's giving me a chubby.
Well, see, when Mario gets aroused, he loses his accent. You know, I was looking at Daisy the other day in her swimsuit, and it made me horny.
He turns into the movie version of himself.
Hi, I'm Bob Hoskins. I was the live-action Mario. Mama bloody Mia.
Mama bloody Mia, indeed.
I still don't understand. I still don't understand why it was that me and Luigi were played by a British guy and a Latino guy. That doesn't seem to really make much sense.
No, it doesn't.
Dennis Hopper.
Did you make sure that your recording is proper? Because if we have to
Yes.
start over, I'm going to be so pissed off.
Yeah, no, it's working.
Okay, dokie. What are you? What the hell are you?
I'm rebinding my buttons.
Oh. I want to rebind Peach's buttons with my
Penis.
with my fuck buttons.
With my penis.
I can't give you egg. There's butter on it. I can't give you egg, sweetie. There's butter.
I can't
And I
give
don't
you
wanna
egg.
give
What are things my ex-girlfriends have said to me?
Wow.
I can't give you egg.
I swear it sounded like you said I can't give you egg, there's spiders on it.
I mean,
Why are you eating
that would
eggs
be.
with spiders?
I mean, that would be a legitimate reason not to feed food to a dog.
Yeah, but see, it would beg the question: why is Ashley eating eggs with spiders on?
No, I
She's hungry.
used
Okay.
butter. I used butter for my eggs, and
Do you
Dottie's
butter the
begging
bread
for
with butter?
food. I
You know-
put a
you know
little
what
bit
I'm
of
saying,
butter
bro?
in the saucepan before I put the eggs in, but no, she's begging for some of my breakfast, but I try not to give her any table food because, you know, she's got kibble down there. I mean, this dog is spoiled as fuck because, like, for dinner she gets one breast of unseasoned chicken, and if we end up eating homemade chicken and noodle soup, she gets a bowl of that, which has, like, you know, sweet potatoes, carrots, peas, or green beans, which are healthy for dogs. And she just fucking loves that shit. And the broth is unseasoned, so it's like I have to put seasoning in it. It's like she literally eats like a human.
Oh, she thinks she's people.
And I'm trying to not give her any butter, like stuff with butter in it. Also, the pan had like thin slices of forest ham. And I don't want to give her too much pork because that'll make her colitis act up.
She has colitis.
At one point, I think she did. I don't think she has colitis anymore. But
The
a part of me
girl with
thinks that my
colitis
mom-
goes by.
it's just sometimes she gets colitis, and, you know, a part of me is wondering, okay, if I know mom doesn't feed her any pork stuff. And I don't like feeding her table food anyhow. Like, I think she needs to eat her fucking kibble. But I'm wondering if Dave is sneaking bits of, like, bacon. Actually, I take that back. Mom has given her a small crumble of bacon before. Damn it. It's kind of cute. I kind of like this little puzzle game.
Yeah, I've always been kind of a fan of this.
This is, yeah, I would say this is
A very inoffensive game.
inoffensive game. I don't think it's particularly good, but it's not.
It's definitely
let me-
not like
let me rephrase
groundbreaking
that.
or anything like that.
Let me rephrase that. It's not a bad game, but I wouldn't call this an excellent game.
So you wouldn't put it in a Criterion collection of Super NES games?
I believe that's just called Player's Choice. They have, as I say, they have a name for that.
Duh.
Yeah, they do.
Or
I
like,
was
wasn't
just
it like
trying.
a bestsellers kind
yeah,
of thing?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this was on the bestsellers list. Let's just say that. Yeah.
I figured I would just liven up the conversation with some, you know, cinephile
You
language.
just want to butter the bread
Yeah.
with butter.
Yes.
Some cinephile language. Meanwhile, Jared Fogle comes over like, "Oh, you said cinephile. Never."
Oh, Jesus. Dottie, do you have to go potty? Do you have to go potty?
You're a poet and didn't know it.
You know the rules. If you're gonna go potty, you gotta keep your toys inside. Hey, no. Hey.
Oh no! We're witnessing a dog attack on the air.
No,
Oh,
she
this
just
is terrible.
she's very vocal about go potty. You want it outside so badly. Go potty. I think Dave's. Oh, yeah. I think she sensed Dave was outside.
Dave's not here, man.
Oh, you want?
Does she not like Dave?
Oh no, Dave is my mom's boyfriend. He lives across the street.
That's very convenient.
In Canada.
It's been a weird like level of, I don't know what I would call it, but my mom and her boyfriend have been together for probably about almost 30 years, almost as long as I've been alive.
So essentially, they're, I guess you would say, common law marriage.
Common law married, yeah.
Common law marriage is not legal in the state of Indiana, and thank fucking God, because if that would have happened, I would have been legally bound to John.
That's
of it.
true,
And,
yeah. That's the
you have
last thing any of us would want.
But wouldn't you have to sign some kind of paperwork for that? I thought
it just happened.
No.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
I was under the impression that it just that was how it worked. It just happened. Like you spend so much time with someone and that's it, and you're stuck with them.
well, I guess.
From what I am to
Mike, I guess you're my common law. You're my common law brohan.
You could say that, yeah.
Well, thanks for missing all our anniversary gifts, you fucking cheapskate.
This is basically what I've come to understand. Common law marriage is a legally recognized marriage between two people who have not had a formal ceremony or obtained a marriage license, but there's some caveats. They have to have a mutual agreement to be married, which they do not. Have a permanent relationship, which so far, unless one or the other fucks up, that's true. Be exclusive to each other as demonstrated by living together, which even though he owns half of the house, he does not live here. Present themselves publicly as a married couple. Yeah, they go out in public together. However, in Indiana, common law marriage has not been recognized since 1958. The burden of proof for establishing a common law marriage is on the party making the claim, which they have not made. Now, from what I am to understand, common law marriage is recognized in the state of Illinois. The only reason why I know this is because anytime John and I went to a convention in Illinois, we got a hotel room with 2 beds. Because if anyone on his family side found out that we had been together for 6 years, they would have forced us to become a common law married couple. And yeah, I did the look into it, and okay, I get it. You know, I'll bear the sins of your ex-wife, but then again, you're kind of a turd.
As the Spin Doctor song goes, you hold the shotgun, mother does he know?
Pretty much.
I mean, that song also said it's been a whole lot easier since the bitch left town, so.
Well, in this case, John's the bitch.
That's fair. 100% fair. I will not argue that point.
I gotta tell you, and I've said this before.
Fuck that guy.
The second he went, well, you guys could call me Nightstick, because that's my nickname. I was just like, you fucking tool. Like, you need a fucking slap.
Look, I wish
that
I came to my senses. I wish I came to my senses sooner.
Right. Let us know when you ever do that.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
I think he was called Nightstick because when people met him, they just wanted to hit him with a nightstick.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I hope you hear the song and it pisses you off.
I take that back. I hope you're feeling fine. And if I had $1, I might give you 99.
So, but wait, so then do you like the person or not? Like, what's the... I don't get it. Little bitch, can't be wrong.
Squeak, little bitch, Scolari.
Oh, he's so beautiful. What a big Adam's apple. The jokes in that movie did not
Age
age
very well at all. Nope, they sure as fuck did not.
It's one of those movies where watching it now as an adult, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's kind of cringe.
Yeah, back then it was like, oh, a trans person, that's hilarious. We can do something with that. Now it would just be acceptable. Nobody would bat an eyelash.
The only legitimate funny part of that was Ernest Borgnine.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt.
I'm too sexy for my car. Too sexy by far. It's like, you could tell Ernest Borgnine was having a fucking ball.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
Can we get a picture of Ernest Borgnine on the screen here?
There you go.
Ernest, you were a fucking legend.
sometimes I think that the hierarchy of like legendary Hollywood actors, I think sometimes they just want to roll around in shit just to say that they did.
They're kind of... ladies and gentlemen, today, Dick Van Dyke, 99-year-old Dick Van Dyke, rolled around in shit.
Listen.
When asked why, yes.
I'm listening. If you were paid several $100 million to roll around in shit, you would do it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm just making a joke about old time
rock and roll.
Yeah.
That kind of music just soothes the soul. I reminisce about the days.
Reminisce about the days of old. With that old time.
Old time rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Don't try to take me to a disco.
I want to hear some blues and funky old soul.
Yeah, that's right.
Huh. So, to kind of go back to the Little Miss Can't Be Wrong, I was looking up what the lyrics meant. Apparently it's about the lead singer's stepmom?
Are we able to... Do you think we'd be able to put a clip of Ernest Borgnine singing I'm Too Sexy from Basketball, or would we get flagged for that?
I think we'd get flagged.
We might get flagged.
Darn.
YouTube has been a little touch sensitive about content within the last few years. You want proof?
Not really.
Mike's
Not.
well, it had to do with you. It actually had to do with your episode of
Are you talking about the Dennis Burkamp incident?
No. It had to do with.
I still think that's pretty fucked up. It's like FIFA's like, I say, could you please not do that?
It had to do with an episode of Sometime Later. I mean, it's kind of like a small thing. Yeah, for those people who may or may not know, I used to do a docuseries for XCW called Sometime Later, and Mike's wrestling persona of Eric Blackheart was the first episode of Series 2. And the intro, the way that the intro was created was that I did, sort of through his perspective, him watching the first episode of season 1, which was my sometime later, which is, me as Trinity Parker. And it pauses at a specific moment. But during the whole hymn, watching it, and there's little fast forward bits because it looks like he's fast forwarding it. I had the song Little Dark Age by MGMT playing. And that shit got flagged. So they muted the audio. And when the uploader to XCW told me, hey, you got to use a different song because the song that you put, it fucking killed the audio for the entire video. And I'm like, you've got to be shitting me.
Well.
And that kind of pissed me off because the song really went well and I had it timed perfectly to when it pauses and goes into Mike introducing himself. It's the part that says, I grieve in stereo. But, we managed to work things out. Decided to go with a Ventureside cover of Paper Cut.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, didn't we just use Paper Cut for that?
Which Paper Cut kind of worked because then I had to go to Mike and be like, hey, we need to come up with...
My version of my Ventureside version of the Paper Cut worked a lot better than the original would have because the Ventureside version is basically acoustic. It's piano. It's basically piano only. So it's a lot more somber than the original version of the song was.
Well, it also fits the tone of how the show was being introduced.
I like covers like that where it's the same song, but just the way it's played changes the meaning a little bit.
I do kind of miss doing the whole docu-series thing, but
I don't miss editing wrestling right now. Right now, I'm focusing basically on this.
Well, I know you don't miss editing the wrestling. I just miss the creation of it. The creative process that goes into doing a docu-series, that's what I like the most.
Yeah.
The editing, especially when you have to go back and remove as much dead space as possible or fix like a little audio fuck up, that's annoying.
Thoughts on Yoshi's Cookie, Dane?
Well, it really wasn't too bad. Like I said, it's not exactly a player's classic or a player's choice game, but it was still pretty fun.
Ashley?
I didn't hate it. It's cute. I think it would be kind of simple to pick up. Quick question. The Yoshi cookie, is that kind of like the, I'm any cookie you want me to be cookie?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
This is it's a pretty neat puzzle game. Again, as Dane said, it's not like it's a fucking beloved classic, but it's not a bad game at all. Scores out of 10, Dane.
6.
Ashley.
I'll actually give it a 7. I'm being generous today.
I'm actually going to give it a 7 as well.
Can I help you, Dottie? She's just looking at me like, bitch, I know you got
Give me the eggs.
Oh, baby.
Give me the fucking eggs. God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Supernova.
Oh, now you leave. Now you leave, Dottie. Just when I was about ready to take a picture of you being
because that audio wasn't picking up.
Which audio?
I was playing something on my phone. It was a red hot nickel ball going into a jar of aloe vera and was making fart noises.
Since early man first developed the ability to use weapons made from pieces of wood and stone, he has fought for survival. Before then, they kind of just lived peacefully.
What the?
A long time has passed since the war with Belzer.
And Richard Belzer.
With Richard Belzer. Yeah, I don't know about all that, guys. I'm just here to play one character for 30 years.
Listen, Hulk Hogan choked me out.
That's true. And then I banged my head on the studio floor. I had to have stitches to close my head.
I wasn't really that. I wasn't too happy about that.
I've been I was the on-screen partner for Ice-T for like 15 years.
And they were the. And let me just say, even though we're in a cab kind of mood for the past few years, I still loved Law and Order SVU.
Dong dong.
And yeah, Ice-T and Richard Belzer's characters, they complemented each other so well. Like, so well. Like, you would think that, like, an old school white cop and a new school black cop wouldn't get along, but god damn it, Dick Wolf hit it out of the park.
Dick Wolf.
I mean, Belzer's Jewish, or was Jewish. Like, he knew just as much about oppression as Ice-T did. Like, Jewish people were oppressed for a long time. Still are.
A long, lonely.
I'm trying to decide which one I want to be. I think I want to be 2. Let's do that.
Number 2, I order you to get me a number 10, extra large, a number 6.
Number 1, I order you to take a number 2. Ooh, those Mode 7 graphics in the background.
You guys are so funny.
I know. I appreciate the compliment.
It
means a lot coming from somebody as talented as you.
Not gonna lie,
I'm starting to suspect that you're possibly being sarcastic.
Not at all. Why would you ever think I was being sarcastic?
I don't know. I just have this feeling that possibly, just maybe, you're being, as the kooky kids say, facetious.
Me? Facetious? No. This is,
what is this?
In case you didn't catch it, it's Supernova.
Oh, so it's a shmup.
Yep.
The background's a little trippy.
Yeah, the background is very Mode 7. We've seen a lot of shmups on this show over the course of the doing this roulette for this system. A lot of them are kind of cookie cutter, and this one is kind of shaping up to be that. I don't see anything like
being cookie cutter.
There's nothing wrong with it. But when there's a million different,
if you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Basically, yeah, that's basically what I was trying to get at. Like, unless you do something to stand out from the rest of them, like you're gonna. I don't even remember this game. That's how forgettable it kind of is.
I feel like the standard on the SNES was Super R-Type.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find one that's better than that one. Super R-Type is kind of the gold standard for shmups on SNES.
I mean, to be fair, the SNES, it took its time. Like, even with the Nintendo, granted, there was a lot of good games that were on the NES, but when the SNES came out, it's like, okay, we've crafted, we know what we're doing. You know, we're going to have some good games, we're going to have some not so good games. This one, even though I've never seen it before today, it's like, okay, this is like the other games, but it's got some identifiers that make it look somewhat unique. Actually, to be honest, it's kind of giving off Metroid vibes.
Yeah, I kind of get that Metroid-y, especially with whatever this thing is.
Like if Metroid had...
Don't shoot its stomach, it's Pregante!
It's like a seahorse.
It's Gregnant. Wait, he's Gregnant. If it's seahorse, he's Gregnant.
Earlier, I shot down a ship in the shape of a fucking fish. I'm starting to think that there's some aquatic theme going on here with this game. It would explain the almost fluid background there with the Mode 7. I think that might be kind of the point. And
it looks like a ribbons of Yoshi.
It's na-na-na-na-na-na.
It's Pergananant.
That's what I said. It was Pergananant.
It's Gregante. It's Gregnant.
It's Gregnant, yeah. I was going to say Gregnant. Oh, I get to choose. Ooh, should I do B or C?
No.
Let's do B.
Zone. Oh!
I believe I think it said okay. It's just the K looks like an H in this font.
Oh, well.
Ooh, weird.
Mama getting ready. Daddy getting ready. Got some Star Fox vibes to it as well.
A little bit.
Branching paths.
This, if I was to be honest, if Metroid did a multi-world aesthetic instead of just like one planet with different different areas, I could see this as being like the mid, like the in-between world portion of the game where it's like you got to fight your way through a small space fleet, and whatever power-ups you collect, you keep with you, and they could be like, health or certain types of ammo.
I mean, in fairness, this game is pretty mid.
Again, it's not like
it isn't like it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not like you're not gonna remember it after today. If I walk up to Dane in like a month and be like, "Hey, remember Supernova?" He's gonna be like, which one was that? I don't remember."
Well, wasn't that the guy in ECW who was in the Blue World Order?
Yes. Hollywood Nova, yeah.
I remember him.
Me too. He went on to be Simon Dean.
Oh, now we're doing the falling section. We're falling.
We're going underwater. We're going down to the deep blue.
We're going down to the Mariana Trench.
To the Zebrani Deep.
There is a lot of weird alien creatures in Zebrani Deep.
Yes. This is Australia.
You can tell it's Australia because everything wants to kill you.
Also because Adam Bednarchik is there.
Colors are not locally.
Actually,
holy shit!
Oh, look, a snail. In fairness, he's actually not even in Australia right now. According to one of his latest Facebook posts, he's in Mexico.
He's been doing a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of traveling.
Him and Ricardo are gonna hook up and do a dance.
Oh.
Oh no.
Welcome to Mexico.
I have Aussies in my background.
They're talking with Chesperito.
In fairness, I think Adam's partner is Mexican, so.
Okay.
I knew that his partner was from some Latin American country. I just couldn't remember if they were from Mexico or from Portugal. I'm all Portuguese, but then again, I could be wrong. But I'm happy
Spanish
for
and
him.
Portuguese are two very different things, but okay. They're similar backgrounds, but not the same.
But
moody
can't remember.
crystal. I don't know what the fuck is a moody crystal. I'm Crystal. I'm pissed. Now I'm happy. Now I'm hurt.
Well, actually, no. Moody crystals. If you listen very closely, I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band.
That's fair.
Oh, he plays.
Oh, that looks like a Portuguese man of war.
Aldo Montoya.
Aldo Montoya? That's just incredible.
He wore a jockstrap on his head.
He did. It looked fucking stupid. Thank God he shed that image and became just incredible because, good lord. Can you imagine spending your entire wrestling career with a jockstrap on your face?
Well, remember, in ECW, people used to chant. In ECW, people used to chant, "You're still Aldo" at him for a while.
That is true. I think once he started teaming with Lance Storm, that kind of just faded away, but yeah. You're not wrong.
Wrestling fans are some of the worst fans.
Oh
They're
yeah,
almost
case
as
in
bad
point,
as
check out
anime
that
fans.
fucking unseen ECW arena show they just recently posted on WWE Vault. Those fans are shitheads. It's not even like the show itself was that bad. It's just that it wasn't ECW like they remember it. So they chanted, "This show sucks," right after the Sandman match.
Listen, these are the fucking Philly Mutants. Are you really that surprised?
I mean, that's fair. But at the same time, what did WWE expect? If you're going to run a WWE-style ECW show in the ECW arena, you're going to get fucking booed out of the building. It's just that's how it is.
I mean, remember, at one of the WWE ECW shows, John Cena threw his hat into the crowd and they threw it back at him.
Yeah, that was at the Manhattan Center, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Which is funny because before ECW started running there, that was the home of Monday Night Raw. So technically that's WWE's arena. Or was theirs first.
Yeah, sadly, ECW's gone. Gone. Like, girl, bye.
Unfortunately. They've been posting classic stuff all week from for old school ECW on WWE Vault.
They've been posting a lot of interesting stuff in the Vault.
Indeed.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Buy my drama.
Posted, a month ago they posted the 1990 Survivor Series. That's interesting.
Yep. They have been posting they've been doing premieres of and live streams of older shows. They have like a full episode of Saturday Night's Main Event.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of other full shows on there. WWE Vault is I don't know whose idea that was, but they deserve a raise because they've been putting out some of the best content. That channel never would have flown under Vince.
Why do you think people were so upset about the WWF Network? Because most of the people just wanted to see the old stuff.
Well, now that you got WWE Vault. I don't know if they're going to be... I don't know how much classic content will get posted to Netflix once that deal starts, but...
I don't know. That's a good
I guess
question.
by the time you've seen this, you'll know, but... those of you watching out there.
Well, here's to hoping that Netflix gets their shit together, because if the Tyson versus Paul fight taught us anything,
well,
they can't handle.
They literally aired a football game on Christmas Day live, and there was no reported problems. So I don't think it's going to be an issue.
It was mostly the Jake Paul Mike Tyson staged fight. I'm sorry. Exhibition.
Yep.
Which, by the way, can I fucking say a word or two on that? Because I am so disappointed. I wasted time watching that. The 3 fights before Tyson and Paul
were infinitely better. Yeah. Unfortunately. What do you expect, though?
Event,
how old is Tyson? He's in his mid-50s.
I wanted Tyson to literally pound Jake Paul into dust.
And the other thing is that Mike Tyson even said that he fucking hurt himself at midway through round 2. So it wasn't going to be anything special anyway, because Mike Tyson is too fucking old to be doing what he's doing.
I think I hurt my nipples, guys.
I think I sprained my pussy.
They both did, the semi-main event with the 2 women who were fighting. That was
I would say the best match of the whole night was that one.
And for those of you who heard him say, "I sprained my pussy," would you want to be the one to go up to Mike Tyson and say, "But Mike, you don't have a pussy"? They go, "Yeah, I'm gonna bite your fucking face off."
Look,
I don't know. After seeing that fight, I mean, I I can probably safely say Mike Tyson ain't beating nobody up.
I'm gonna need to disagree with you
not
on
without
that.
fucking hurting himself greatly.
I have a suspicion that he could probably beat all of us up with his pinky finger.
You could disagree with me all you want, but if it was the truth, he would actually have killed Logan Paul. Or Jake Paul, I should say. And Logan Paul.
Oh.
Fucking just make orphans of his parents.
I'm gonna make orphans of you.
Thoughts on Supernova, Dane?
That was my joke, you son of a bitch. Very mid. It was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about, and it's probably a game that I, like Mike said, I would probably forget about it in a month. But it was all right. It wasn't terrible.
Ashley?
This game kind of gave off Metroid vibes. It's no different than any other side-scrolling shooter in space. But the backgrounds were kind of cool, kind of trippy, a little fluid. Do I think it's a good game? No. Do I think it sucks? Absolutely not.
Yeah, actually, the graphics were probably the best part of this. Made a very mid game, a little less mid because it at least looked pretty. Otherwise, it would have been painfully mid, and there's no accounting for taste. But it would have been a lot worse off without the Mode 7. This is a game that the Mode 7 absolutely helped. Scores out of 10, Dane.
5.
Ashley.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, fuck that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson
No
fight.
thanks. I prefer women. Let's spin this wheel again.
I'll end on this with that. The semi-main event, like even though the Irish boxer did technically cheat and she should have been DQ'd, the fact that they went all the rounds, not one single knockout, but they just beat the piss out of each other, like give them the big ass purse of money. They deserved it.
Big
they
ass
went hard.
purse. Dane's choice, Dane.
Actually, what are the choices?
Let's go with Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yay!
Dane.
There's two classic fighting games on this wheel, so you couldn't have gone wrong by picking either one of them. But I don't know. The SNES port of Mortal Kombat's kind of neutered. We'll get there though when we play that.
I was also briefly considering Goof Troop.
Yeah, that is true. That's also very good.
But I'm in the mood for some wacky shenanigan fighter.
So, we gonna mark off these games, or are you gonna give one of us the ability to do that?
You have to copy paste it into the channel chat like Jace does.
Okay.
So
I'll do it.
I can't do it because I'm literally running the show. So.
Well, I'll do it. I do it.
So you'll do it.
Yes, I'll do it.
It's good to know that you'll do it. Congratulations.
Okay, so
Wow.
Yoshi's Cookie. Let's.
We played Yoshi's Cookie.
Now I just got to figure out how to do the underline thing on my.
It's two underscores at the front and the back of each. The front and the back of the phrase you're wanting to underline. And then strike through is 2 tildes in front and back of what you're trying to strike through. Yeah, let's do it. Game start. Nope. Game start. Let's be Blanca. India.
Right.
That'll seem.
Isn't it funny that I'm named Blanca, but I'm not white. I actually look like I have jaundice.
Holy crap! I was
Jeez,
getting ready to say I was whipping his. I was whipping his ass.
You're wrecking Dulcie shit.
Whipped his fucking ass. I love me
I
some
was
Street
always-
Fighter 2.
Sims ass.
Now, I will
I
say
always
my
liked-
favorite Street Fighter 2 is Super Street Fighter 2, and by extension, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. But we will get to that later on down the line.
Well, I was gonna say there's about 87 different versions of this game.
Yeah, there's somebody at Capcom was like, "Wow, Street Fighter 2 sure is popular. Let's make 18 spin-offs of Street Fighter 2, just Street Fighter 2."
Super mega, super Gumby Gold, super vagina Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, basically, it's like a nerd said in the chronologically confused video. Okay, when we get Street Fighter 3, and we did eventually get Street Fighter 3, but
What?
after
Yeah,
that gives us very close. But it was after like 5 Street Fighter 2s, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, which was the Genesis version, which is shitty. Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and then there's Street Fighter Alpha, which was like a prequel, I think. I don't remember exactly. I'm familiar a little bit with some of the games, but I'm not really all that familiar with the lore. I would need somebody like a Jason here to tell me the lore, because I'm sure he's more well-versed in Street Fighter 2 lore than I am.
From what I am to understand, Street Fighter 2 storyline-wise comes well before Street Fighter 3.
I'm dizzy. Fuck off, Ryu.
wow, Ryu's wrecking your shit.
Fuck off with your fucking Hadoukens, you bitch. Damn it.
I want some pound cake.
He pounded my cake. I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
Nobody.
No
Who
icing.
the hell pounded? Who the hell would want to pound Blockers?
I did at one point.
An equally disgusting looking wretched creature that looks like Blanca but with boobs,
It
which is
Excuse
just
me.
disturbing to think about.
Look, contrary to popular belief, I think
A human woman
At
wants to
one
put that
point-
disgusting creature inside of her.
Mike,
I mean, yes,
you
he
may
was.
not-
He started as a regular human being. Yes, I'm aware. I know that part. It wasn't like he was always ugly wolf fuck.
I forgot Blanca's story, like
His
how he
origin?
turned into.
Yeah.
Well, how he turned
From
into.
what
whatever the fuck.
From what I remember, and trust
Oh,
me,
piss off.
I absolutely love Blanca. He was lost in the jungle as a little boy, so he was surviving off of electric eels. And because of all the eels that he had consumed, it caused his skin to change
Piss!
color. Also, it allowed him
Fucking-
to.
Ryu just got me with the Tatsumaki Senpukyaku.
It also caused him to ultimately
I got it.
develop these abilities to produce electric currents throughout his body.
Let's fight as. Let's go Zangief. Let's get busy.
Okay, we're gonna see if this works.
Zangief.
God damn. I was. Fuck off. I hate. CPU Ryu is a fucking cock because he spams fucking fireballs like it's nobody's business, and I always hated that. Ryu's
Why?
been spamming fireballs for fucking 30 years, and it's really
For
pissing me
goodness
off.
sake, man! Every time you jump, he does the Shoryuken. You gotta be
I know,
careful.
I'm aware of that. Not Shoryuken. The Hadouken. And I'm just gonna fucking pile drive his ass. Eat shit.
That was a close one.
It was a close one.
Yes, it worked. I did the thing. Okay.
Congrats.
Okay. Now I'm cooking with gas.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you want to
Look.
try?
Yeah.
Okay, the prize is a hearty handshake.
I will take that. I will take kind human interaction.
God damn it. I hate you, Ryu.
Now if I could just... Yeah, it's okay, it's just not gonna let the spaces go. Okay, I see you.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not like anybody but us is going to see it.
I know.
Doesn't have to be Mr. Perfect.
At least in a later
I think I was tickling his
iteration
taint.
of...
Oh, piss off!
At least in a later iteration of this game, they give Zangief the ability to deflect energy blasts. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Oh, nothing. Panic. I had a small panic, but it's the panic is gone. But yeah, Zangief's the only one who doesn't really have projectiles, and yet somehow he has the ability to... Yeah, I had a small panic because the screen wasn't moving. I'm like, uh-oh.
Because every time I click off of the program, it freezes. It's not my fault. It's like a built-in pause thing, so I don't get my ass kicked while I'm in another window. Eat my absolute ass, Ryu. I'm about to go play as Ken and give you a taste of your own fucking medicine. You'll cockbite.
Go ahead.
Oh my god, we're gonna have 87,000.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Hadouken fight. If he wants to spam me with fucking Hadoukens, I'm gonna make him eat his own shit.
Okay.
Play as the half Japanese, half American Ken Masters. That is true. That is true. Ken is half Japanese, half American. And his Japanese is
Fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you.
Here we go.
Yeah, you like it? You like it when it's being done to you, you little dick? You fucking asshole. You like that?
Oh my god.
This is going to be the longest 2 rounds of our life.
Probably.
It's just...
That is if, you don't keep getting thrown off by his...
Son of a bitch.
Shit.
This is my dude.
See, a part of me wonders if this game had learning AI.
I don't think that was a thing in 1993.
You would imagine that no matter who you were going up against, that, like, they would learn, okay, this guy loves to do this move a lot.
I'm just saying.
Nice! I did the fucking Senbukyaku in midair. That was pretty fucking sweet, actually.
And he still fucking countered you. That bitch.
He can suck a lot of my dick. Fuck you, Ryu.
Not all of them.
Just a significant portion of my cock. He can suck.
Not the shaft. Maybe the tip. I don't know.
Yeah, the maybe the boober.
The what?
That's the boober. The end part.
The boober?
Yeah. The cul-de-sac, you might call it.
Jesus Christ.
Now, are you talking about the tip or are you talking about the bait?
You get the tip. The head of your penis is the boober.
The tip?
Specifically, Ashley, the head of your penis. I'm speaking like Ashley has a dick. Maybe a metaphorical one, but not a real one.
If I had a real one, it would be longer.
If I had a dick, this is where I would tell you to suck it.
Suck it.
Suck it.
Seriously, if I had one, I would literally be dick whipping the microphone just so you could feel it metaphorically.
Okay, well, you guys can finish this episode yourselves. Goodbye.
It's not entry. And Jace has come.
There's Jason to fill us in on all the Street Fighter 2 Turbo lore. Literally 2 minutes before we end this episode and start the second one. Glad you could make it. I was getting tired of Ryu's shit, so I was playing as Ken, just spamming him with fireballs to see how he liked it. Because Ryu's a fuck.
Are you Ken?
Yeah,
Are
I know.
you Ken?
No, I am. Well, yeah, I am Ken. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just 10. Anywhere else I'd be a 10.
He actually kicked me out of Senpu Kyaku.
When
Stupid
Ryu
bitch.
gets really fed up, so are you, Ken?
We both did Hadouken at the same time, but mine hit first.
Son of a fuck!
I know, he's a fucking cocksucker.
You keep jumping and you.
I know, but I'm trying to do the Senpu
Oh my God.
Kyaku.
Oh
Oh my
God.
Lord. I was
You're
trying
on with a pixel.
I was trying to do the Senpu Kyaku in midair. Because I did it like a couple times in that last fight. I'm aware he Shoryukens me every time I do that. But if I do the Senpu Kyaku, it doesn't matter.
Shit balls! I need to get my comforter into the laundry.
I need
Joel,
comforter. I need to get my shit balls into the laundry.
Ringo, was that the giant shit ball, Ringo?
Fuck.
Peace and
Oh,
love.
piss.
Peace and love, John. Peace and love. In the name of peace and love.
It's a Goobus Doobus cartoon.
You're a Doobus cartoon. Because you're hilarious.
Neat.
Fuck.
Sweet. I would love to be a Goobus Doobus cartoon. Are you kidding me?
Ryu's
Okay.
a bitch. He's the
Okay,
second
I wanna
opponent
ask-
on this. He's the second opponent. The difficulty's not really turned up. It's pretty low considering. That sounds gross. I don't know what you're doing, but it sounds like you're shitting.
Ashley, stop.
It sounds
peeing.
like it sounds like you're shitting after Taco Bell.
Okay, I know this is weird.
sounds more like a white
I
person
know this
shit.
is weird, but I'm actually squirting.
Okay, I know this is gonna sound weird. The best way I can explain it is this. The washer and dryer unit in this house, they are probably, like, they look high-end as hell, but the washer needs to be drained of its water before each use.
Thoughts on
Like,
not Super Street Fighter. Thoughts on Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Dane.
Well, Ryu's a bitch.
Ryu is a bitch.
Ninja Gaiden.
That's
No.
right.
No.
Best in the world.
What can you say? This game is classic. And hey, look, it's first place.
Yep. Jason.
And to think, this never would have happened if people weren't freaking modifying the arcade machines with what was referred to as Street Fighter II Rainbow Edition. It was a modified circuit board that actually made the game run faster
E
and
Honda
tweaked some of the stuff.
in the Rainbow
this
Edition.
is-
E Honda.
This is exactly what I was saying 5 minutes ago. Is that before
Yeah.
Jason got here? Is that we needed him here to go deeper into the Street Fighter 2 lore? Because I don't know. I know some things. I don't know shit compared to Jason.
Yeah. Basically, if those conversion boards weren't made by a third party, this never would have happened. But people at Capcom played those bootlegged ROM boards and were like, "Oh, this is pretty neat. Yeah, what if we did this to our own game?"
Yeah, let's just do that.
So yeah, they
when a
basically
mod becomes official.
yeah. That's basically it. Because when you see the copyright saying 91, 92, 93, 91's the original release. 92 was the version that added in the boss characters as playable. Basically, so we were looking at an early form of patching games, except like this was just dropping a new board into arcade machines and releasing a new cartridge under a new name to home.
And look at this. This is probably on the quickest speed of Turbo too. Look at how batshit insane this is. Ashley.
What do you think? What do you think Squirting do?
Well, I've always loved Street Fighter. I've always loved the lore of it, and I know that 2 had a lot of different versions of it, but after seeing a bunch of fighting game tournaments with games like that being played, I could see why people wanted the faster gameplay. I mean, Aesthetically, it doesn't really look any different than any other iteration outside of maybe being a bit faster. I like the fact that they added the boss characters as playable characters. Quick question, Jace, is this the one where if you use a certain code you could play as Akuma, or is that later down the line?
Way later down the line.
Okay, so it's not quite to the area where I started picking up on it, but I mean it's definitely not a bad play if you have access to it.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2 has always been a classic fighting game, and all the iterations of it are really good, except for the Genesis version. Genesis version's kind of shit, but the other ones are really good. Of course, like I said earlier, Super Street Fighter 2 is my favorite, but this is fine. This is great. Scores out of 10, Dane. Jason.
I'm not a big fighting game fan, so 8.
Ashley.
10.
I'll give it a 9. On this edition of the show, we played Yoshi's Cookie, Supernova, and a regular Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Best game of the episode, Dane.
Sweet the fact.
I'll ask Jason, even though he was only here for 5 minutes.
I will actually say best Tetris game, not actually Tetris, made by apparently Alexei Pajitnov. He was directly involved in making it. Yoshi's Cookie.
Ashley.
Street Fighter 2.
I'm going to go with Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Backseat Gamer. If you like what we do, or Retro Roulette, rather. If you like what we do, please hit subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell to be notified of upcoming videos. By the way, we're playing this, we're recording this literally 6 days after Guile's, 64th birthday.
Happy birthday, you old fucker!
According to that stat. Anyway, thanks for joining us. See you next time on Retro Roulette.
Good night, everybody.
Good.
Goodbye.